Huh. The Golden Dragon King also looked at Xiao Yi as if he was thinking about something. Xiao Yin also frowned. Xiao Yi was not only a great help in his own battle, but also a close partner who was inseparable. What excess energy was swallowed up by Xiao Yi just now? And this happened. If something happened to Xiao Yi, Xiao Yin also... Is this the legendary promotion? The Golden Dragon King looked at Xiao Yi for a while, and then muttered to himself. Promotion? Xiao Yin also asked in confusion. I mentioned before that fire elves are wonders of heaven and earth. They have contained very powerful energy since they were born, and fire elves are divided into 5 stages: infancy, growth, and maturity. Peak time. It is said that each promotion of the fire elf requires a huge amount of energy as its back, and after each promotion, its strength will undergo a qualitative change. The final promotion to the second rank, and even rumors will lead to a catastrophe, which is unexpectedly true. However, the promotion of the fire elf is a bit special. After swallowing such a powerful force, there must be a process of slowly absorbing and slowly transforming. The Golden Dragon King also looked at the increasing energy in Xiao Yi's body and said. Xiao Yin was also surprised. He knew that even if the beasts were promoted, generally powerful beasts would be able to transcend tribulation and break through the current realm to reach a stronger realm. I have never heard of a situation like Xiao Yi. Sleeping and transforming? Although surprised, Xiao Yin didn't ask too much and wanted to walk over and hug Xiao Yi. Ordinary fire elves can speak human words and have the same intelligence as human beings even in their infancy. But what do I think is wrong with this fire elves? It seems was wiped out of wisdom. The Golden Dragon King also found something. Immediately, he formed a seal with his backhand, and a ball of memory light appeared in front of Xiao Yan's eyes. Xiao Yan also looked at the light group in front of him, as if he had returned to the demon fire space where Xiao Yi had been subdued. Jinglian Yaosheng, how I want to grow up is my own business. You have too much control. The light around the demon lotus bloomed slightly, and the roar of the Jinglian demon fire also came from it. I just don't want you to end up in self-destruction. I made you look like this, then let me end everything in the end. The phantom stared at the demon lotus, and the handprint changed, only to see the 2 sides that enveloped the world. The formation suddenly swept up and down, and a huge fire curtain shot out from the center of the formation, and then formed a 4-sided fire-mad prison as fast as lightning, blocking the demon lotus in. The wisdom and memory I gave you, after I take it away, you will once again have the purity that was when I first discovered you. When my deadline was approaching, I thought about erasing your memory, but I couldn't do it, so I sealed you. Thinking of you can resolve the violence and killing in my heart, but now it seems that thousands of years of seals have made it difficult for me to do so. Your hatred is even stronger, since that's the case. Jinglian Yaosheng looked at the frantically struggling Jinglian Yaohua, sighed, and his handprints changed, only to see that the huge formation covering tens of thousands of feet in a radius actually began to move from the outside. The inside began to collapse, but as the outer periphery of the great formation collapsed, the pillar of fire that blocked the Jinglian demon fire became more and more solid. Boom, boom, boom. Refining the ancient formation, peeling off. The illusory palm of the Jinglian demon sage waved lightly, and in the fire curtain, there were dense lines of fire in the violent bursts. These lines of fire formed a fire net, deeply imprinted in the depths of the demon lotus, and then the fire net was slowly pulled up, and a trace of blood-colored mist was slowly forced away from the body of the demon lotus. Bang, bang, bang. At this moment, the light group shattered, and the Golden Dragon King also knew something. The wonders of the world, such as the fire elf, are pure and pure with the purity of their masters, and dark and dark. Since the main body of the fire spirit's predecessor was deprived of its violent aura, let's start to cultivate it again. This time, we can't let this wonder of the world go astray. The Golden Dragon King also said slowly. Xiao Yin heard it and knew that the power of the fire elves is strong. But if they go the wrong way, they will be out of control. Immediately, he nodded and walked toward Xiao Yi. Master, what should we do now? Xiao Yin couldn't help but ask when he saw Xiao Yi, whose energy was getting stronger and stronger in his body. Originally, you have Nashi in your body that can hold fire spirits, but now it needs to be promoted, and you need to find a quiet place with the power of fire. The promotion of the fire elf will unlock the intellect that is not weaker than that of humans, and this promotion is also a slow process for it, ranging from months to years. The Golden Dragon King looked at the fire elf. With a sleepy appearance, the quietest place. Xiao Yin was also surprised. He had just arrived in the Do Di continent, and he was not familiar with each other. Where could he find a quiet place for Xiao Yi to slowly advance and change? And even if he found Xiao Yin didn't worry about Xiao Yi either. If that's the case, your body has a strong power of flame. That's the best place. The Golden Dragon King clearly saw Xiao Yan's concerns. But your Nashi is not enough to accommodate the current fire elves. You need to open up another space in your body so that the fire elves can sleep and transform. Shunshin closed his eyes. Use your fighting spirit and soul power to condense at Nashur. The Golden Dragon King's words also slowly came to Xiao Yan's mind. Bang, bang, bang. A series of low, muffled sounds rang out, and with the efforts of Xiao Yan's milky white grudge and huge invisible soul power, he finally succeeded in opening up a space for the fire spirit. You can rest assured to advance. Xiao Yan held Xiao Yi in both hands, like the closest brother. Xiao Yi also tried her best to open her eyes and look at Xiao Yan. After hearing the latter's words, her pure, baby-like gaze suddenly jumped, and without hesitation, it turned into a ball of light and moved towards Xiao Yan's body. And go. Xiao Yan also felt that in the inner space that he had just opened up, Xiao Yi was in it and began to slowly transform. Just wait slowly. The Golden Dragon King also said after watching Xiao Yin finish this series of things. Xiao Yin felt his body. The thing that he was worried about, because Xiao Yi was promoted and could not use the power of the strange fire, did not happen. After all, Xiao Yi was the fire spirit after the fusion of the strange fire, and the strange fire was the source of the strange fire that Xiao Yin devoured. The two do not conflict, so it does not appear. Boom, boom, boom. After the matter had to be dealt with, the figure wrapped in blue flames not far away from Xiao Yin also quietly shattered, revealing a green lotus. On the green lotus platform, Su Shuiying was standing slowly among them. Xiao Yin felt a more terrifying aura than before. Is it swallowed? Su Shuiying also opened her mouth slightly. She never thought that Xiao Yan's speed was so fast. Yeah, Xiao Yin also responded. Su Shuiying also said with a slight wrinkle in her eyes. The next step is the biggest treasure of this ruin. The blood essence of the peak powerhouse of the 7-star Do Emperor. Just after Su Shuiying's words fell, Xiao Yin also looked at Su Shuiying and the skeleton on the throne with narrowed eyes. Boom, boom, boom. Su Shuiying raised her jade hand slightly, and the blue flames attacked the skeleton of the throne. Even if the power of the terrifying blue holy flame was burning the entire throne skeleton, the skeleton would remain motionless. A mere stumbling block, break it. When Su Shuiying saw this, a ray of light suddenly flashed on the jade ring, and then a delicate jade bottle appeared in her hand. In the jade bottle, a drop of unknown liquid was beating slowly, and then, with Su Shuiying's soft drink, the jade bottle shattered, and the liquid inside flew towards the skeleton of the throne. This woman is really smart, but now there's a good show to watch. However, just as the Golden Dragon King's voice fell, a slightly playful voice suddenly sounded in the empty stone hall, which shocked Xiao Yin and Su Shuiying, and hurriedly cast their gazes over, only to see the sarcophagus. Above the gravel throne, a little red light floated up and finally turned into an illusory figure, smilingly looking at Xiao Yin and the two. The whole body of light and shadow is illusory, obviously not real, and this light and shadow looks about middle-aged, very young, with a smooth face and elegant temperament. Did it appear? Seeing this person who suddenly appeared, Su Shuiying frowned slightly, and she couldn't help but echoed the trace of strangeness in her body just now and said in a deep, angry voice, "You're a fierce woman. You smashed my lover's skeleton and the sarcophagus to pieces, and you have an opinion on me." The elegant man who just appeared turned his head and glanced at the coffin under the throne and couldn't help but smile and said. Hearing this, both Xiao Yin and Su Shuiying's expressions changed. "Is this the master of the tomb?" Don't be nervous, it's true that I'm dead. This is just a remnant of the soul left, and it's still sealed inside the skeleton. If you don't use your strength to resonate, I can't show up." The elegant man smiled. "Road. Shameless. Thanks to you being a senior. You actually use such despicable methods." Su Shuiying gritted her silver teeth, and there was anger in her clear moo. Obviously, there is a trace of hostility towards the yin and yang matter just now. The matter of men and women is in line with the theory of yin and yang, of heaven and earth. So why is it shameless to say that as long as the two love each other and complement each other's cultivation, wouldn't it be better? Said the elegant man. Full of nonsense, Su Shuiying said. However, it seems to me that the yin and yang forces in your body are a little unbalanced, and this wastes the good fortune I gave you. The elegant man smiled slowly. With the strength of the elegant man, it is natural to see something wrong in the two people's bodies at first sight. You kid, looking at the power of flame and soul, you should be an alchemist with a high rank, right? It's no wonder that you can break my dead end. The yin and yang heart was originally for the beauty of an adult. You are so good. The elegant man also stared at Xiao Yin carefully. Even if he was stared at by such a trace of remnant soul, Xiao Yin couldn't help trembling. The peak powerhouse of the 7-star Do Di was indeed well-deserved. When Su Shuiying heard that the elegant man in front of her was looking at Xiao Yin like this, she couldn't help but look at Xiao Yin again. An alchemist who can be called a high-ranking pharmacist by the peak of the 7-star Do Emperor must be extremely powerful. But it's okay. Since it's my inheritance, it's naturally a fate. Originally, this hall is just a way to store yin and yang hearts. Since the yin and yang hearts have been taken, this place is useless. Come with me, the two of you. Go to the real main room. The elegant man waved his hand, and a passage appeared in the space in front of him. A strange smile appeared on the elegant man's face, and his eyes swept across Xiao Yin and Su Shuiying. Xiao Yan's face was full of weird expressions. This guy, is there something wrong with his brain? What do you want to do? Hearing his words, Su Shuiying's eyes were slightly cold, and there was a hint of coldness in her clear voice. If you destroy the bones of my lover, I will destroy you as well. But since you can get the yin and yang heart, it is considered a destiny. I can see some clues from you. I think you also need blood essence, right? So, I be the beauty of an adult. Come with me if you want blood essence, said the elegant man. Su Shuiying snorted coldly. Obviously, there was no accident. It was inevitable that her secrets would be seen by the owner of the ruins. Then Xiao Yin and Su Shuiying also looked at each other and immediately followed. Just after breaking through the passage, what appeared in front of the two of them was a black cave. Inside the cave, there was a dark and narrow road leading to nowhere. The elegant man was slowly looking at the two of them from the front. Looking around, the black hole was completely dark, and there was only one road in front of them. "Let's go." The elegant man was also leading the way. When Xiao Yin and Su Shuiying heard it, they thought for a while and followed up. Since they have come to this last step, they can't back down any longer. Walking in the quiet and dark cave, a faint chill lingered all over the body. In the quiet passage, there were only the slight footsteps of the two of them. The dark surroundings made Su Shuiying hug each other involuntarily. She raised her head and looked at Xiao Yin, who was walking slowly in front of him. Jinglian also retracted her acceptance ring. She hesitated slightly, then took a few steps quickly and followed closely behind him. In this unknown bad situation, only the young man in front of her could make her feel a little more secure. After walking in such a quiet atmosphere for more than 10 minutes, just when Su Shuiying couldn't stand the darkness that was so quiet that it could make people mad, the heavy-footed boy in front suddenly stopped. "Here we are. This is where the blood essence is," the elegant man said slowly, feeling as if a student who was studying abroad had returned home. "Boom, boom, boom." The elegant man walked towards the Sherman with all his vindictiveness. The Sherman trembled and then burst open. Just as the stone gate was opened, the fragrance of flowers soaring to the sky spread out, and then Xiao Yin was as if he had seen the most delicious food. Wanlingzi Huowiguo. Several precious medicinal materials that were rarely seen by the outside world appeared in front of Xiao Yan's eyes. For a high-level pharmacist, nothing was more exciting than precious medicinal materials, because even a high-level pharmacist, without medicinal materials, it is difficult for a clever woman to cook without rice. Su Shuiying also swept over the herbs on the ground with her beautiful eyes, and then lifted her jade-like neck to reveal a seductive collarbone, losing her voice. "Emperor's blood essence. I have found you." Xiao Yin also turned his head to look inside the Sherman under Su Shuiying's loss of voice, and slowly surrounded a few drops of blood-red blood on the skeleton's palm in midair, because he also felt an unprecedented pressure from there. "That's all I can bring. I hope you two little guys have good luck." After the elegant man said this, he completely turned into a small group of light like broken glass and disappeared in this world.